Okay, let us start our morning MAO right now. Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Cal once again, 28th of May, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, I love Friday. You know why? Saturday, Sunday, I get to rest a little bit. No MAO, correct? Yeah, indeed, it's how people have been asking me, Cal, when will you do a weekend MAO? Well, the last time I did it was some time ago. I'm considering to do one. It's more to talk about the Bitcoin market, but I'm still considering because, like I say, Monday to Friday, I've been all the way busy. So coming to the Saturday, Sunday, I really want to rest. That is to give myself some breather, and also I want to take care of my family members because I think that they also have, in a way, tolerated me, all right? Because like my wife, example, I need to be up at 4 o'clock. Then I sleep beside her. So obviously when the alarm clock goes, right, she's a light sleeper. So she'll get startled. And because I sleep late, sometimes then I'm pretty tired physically, mentally. So when 4 o'clock, when I wake up itself, right, and then I put a 3-time alarm clock, 4 o'clock, 4:15, 4:30, just in case I really can't wake up. So of course, as usual, things happen. Okay, so she got a bit upset. But then again, I need to be up. So every morning about 4:30 latest, I'll be up, going through all the news, and then after that, I will be preparing. And once I prepare the MAO itself, right, how does it go? Is that I will first of all run through all the articles and put all my tabs on internet just to make sure that I'm going to see through. Then I will see whichever information is important to you, I will put it there. Then after that, I will double check and see whether whatever the information that I get from the internet, is it real? All right, and then after that, I have to think, how do I lay out for you? And during the layout, I have to do the animation to make sure it's nice, and also the wording, the captions, the pictures, the photographs. So actually, there's a lot of work inside there. And usually, by the time I finish nowadays, it's about 7:30 a.m. And that is where, this morning I sent out this caption already. It's just that I was delayed because I couldn't find my vegetarian breakfast. Yeah, I turned for a short while. I just want to try out vegetarian for a while to see whether does it help my gut. And it seemed to be improving. So that's why. Okay, so I say, guys, as much as I will really love to do more things for you, that I think that probably at a certain level, I need to take a little breather. So I apologize for those people who give me good suggestion. I will try to fit in whenever I can. Okay, all right, apology and that. Thank you, everybody. Hey, good morning to you. This Colin, Diana, Desmond, Jerry, and Arun. Yay, happy Friday. Yeah. Okay, let's just start this morning MAO right now. The caption for this morning is accumulation versus distribution. Where are we now? All right, that is this is a good question here. What do you think? Where do you think we are now? Are we at the accumulation period phase, or are we at the distribution phase? Come on, everybody. I want you guys to participate. There's 54 of you guys. Let's just participate. You think it's accumulation, you can key ACC. If you think it's distribution, you key the word DIST. Okay, what do you think? Let me hear you guys out yourself, all right? And if you can, please do a like button. Here, press the like button right now. I have a like button on top, right? Yeah, click on the like button, okay? If you can, give me a love button. I'll be even be happier, all right? Yeah, you see my love button, I just give up myself. Yeah, indeed. Right, give me a like button, guys. Since you're online here, it's all right, might as well do that. Okay, where we have accumulation by buyer, distribution from Anthony, distribution from Jerry, accumulation, all right? All right, so how about the rest? Yay, thank you guys for all the like button. Thank you. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, the one that you press is not the one that, it's just a emoticon. The one that you put a like there itself will be better, right? That would be excellent. There are 63 of you guys, just put all like, okay? Just take you one more finger to just do it. Okay, all right, depending on which market, excellent asking questions, good question to ask. All right, Eddie. All right, obviously we're talking about the stock market. As we saw yesterday, stock market again went to high level. All right, let's just take a look what happened here. So to me, is that the bull is still around. Nope. Yeah, the bull now is not. The wolf is not here, right? The big bad wolf is not here. In fact, itself, right? The bull is here. The bull is bigger than the bear, apparently. So this really clearly shows you that. Wait, hold on a minute, Okay, this clearly tells you that, right, as long as the bull is around, all right, the so-called the investors actually quite safe, okay, in this way. This is like a little bit like, because in the Wall Street, right, they always say this, Bulls make money, bears make money. The hawks get slaughtered. All right, and obviously slaughtered in a way is like eaten up by the wolf. But in this picture itself, show that right, there's no wolf. All right, everybody's cool. The bull is here. So as long as the bull is around you, there's no need to be worried about. That is how this is actually this cartoon is all about. Okay, so do you agree? Okay. All right, so let me explain to you how accumulation and distribution work in the financial market. Well, this is actually from this alphatrend.net. I got it from there. And you can see that usually at the start of the market is where the accumulation is. Then after that, the market has to go bullish. And of course, we have the early markup. Then we have the mid markup. We have the late markup. All right, that means that at the early markup is where the market push. The mid is usually where the investors comes in, the retailers. And then the last part is usually where people those who hardly trade well who comes in, and that's where they get hit, right? Something similar, when the whales are buying Bitcoin at the starting point itself, right, they bought it here. Then after that, they begin to move it up because they have to get the attention of the other traders, investors. That's where the early markup is. Then after that itself, normal people like us who start to go in. And the last part is all the millenniums, or people who hardly trade, or people who don't believe in that finally get converted. That's where they come in. And that is where things really happen, because every buyer, there's always a seller. So what happened? That's where the peak is. And after that, you have the distribution curve. Now, distribution, they also have this early, mid, and late distribution. So in the early distribution, where the boys will unload in a very heavy way, so that was to get us most of the bulk. Then after that, they have to recover the market so that the market will not die off immediately. And then after that, they will have to slowly distribute more. And after that, when they realize that there are no more buyers in the market, right, they go for the late distribution. They keep basically sell as much as they can. And once they have sold off everything, they want to get back this thing here, right? And that is whereby they have to really decline the market in a very different way, or AKA sell down the market. And after they sell down deep enough, until everybody get out, panic, or think that it is all fake, and all the accusation, then that's where everybody leave. That is where we will restart the cycle again from the accumulation period. All right, so you got an idea now. This is how it works in the financial market, and it works for every market in the world, even property market. So that is how things usually will develop. You can see any chart in the world is always a starting point of sideways, then a 45 degrees angle, or even 35 degrees angle, upside trend, then a sudden bout of selling, then sideways, then some more further selling. So it looks a little bit like our Bitcoin right now, but we will see. Okay, all right. So that is how trend basically behave. Okay. All right, so before we start this morning, once again, this is whereby we will want you to make sure give me the disclaimer as usual, okay? Please understand this. You guys must know that you need to trade and within your means are. All right, I know some of you guys are actually going heavy into the market recently because you see great opportunity. You feel that you miss out a good run in the market. But can I kindly appeal to you that just go slow a bit? All right, just be very careful, okay? All right, so if you're going to stay on the next 5 seconds, means you've accepted and identified me. All right, count to 5 seconds right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, so let's just start to motivate each other first for the morning. I usually will do this. All right, Mark Twain. All right, the best way to cheer yourself is to cheer someone else up. Yay, that's why. All right, I realized that too. So if I'm not happy, I'm unhappy, I make you happy, and when you are happy, I'm happy. So it's a very simple thing, right? But this can try it out. Whenever you're not happy, rather than vent your anger and stuff like that, I know they're going to be very crazy, but you can try it out. Make someone else happy. You will realize that, right, that person's laughter will actually infatuate you, and then you will feel happy. Try this out loud. I know it's going to be very crazy, but I always do that. Yeah, simple, like all husbands, right? We make our wife unhappy, right? Now, there's some way some husbands very man one. Okay, they'll refuse to reply, nor submit to the wife. Okay, that's very man husband. Now, for me, it's all right. I know when I'm wrong. What I do is that I will actually try to make my wife happy. Okay, I will poke her, talk to her. She'll be very pissed off with me, but still, end of the day, she'll forgive me and let's go on. So I think something like that. So I realized that my kids also follow that way. Whenever they make mommy angry, it's all right. They'll go around at her and then try to talk to her, get it, go over it. I think this is a very instinctive thing, right? So guys, try it out, okay? Make someone happy today, okay? Thank God it's Friday. Okay, guys, today is all right. What are the reasons to stay bullish? Okay, we always have the bullish market sharing first, then we talk about the selling market. Okay, so why should we be bullish in the market right now? Now, first of all, this is from Norman Trader. He took the S&P 500 chart, the one in blue and red, versus the Radex ratio. That is the bull bear funds. Okay, the symbol is quite cool. Okay, this is a symbol. Okay, so what is happening right here is how you can see since 1997, whenever this happened, okay, this is very cool. Let me show it to you. Okay, you see, when everybody is all bearish, okay, all bearish in this way, okay, then after that the market will generally come down, right? Yeah, okay. So when the market is very, very bullish, okay, back then, okay, compared to where the high was, right? That's whereby the market will come off in a way. Quite cool, right? Then again, when everybody itself are very, very bearish, that's where the market will recover. Cool, right? You see? So basically, it's all right. This way, this chart is how you have to really look carefully how you get it up. But very incredible part is, okay, we can see now everybody is very, very bullish, meaning there's no bear in the market. Right, it's almost near to zero bear. Okay, that means everybody is very bullish, and of course the stock market is at here. All right, so if history is to show itself, right, whenever the market is so-called a very bullish position, the market usually will have a little bit of pullback. But like I say again, this thing itself, right, seemingly tells you that even there's going to be a pullback, the market will still go up again. So it seems to be telling us in this manner for the last 8 years. So that's why it tells you that the reason why the market is so bullish, because if everybody is bullish, okay, there's no bear around apparently. All right, there's no bear around. Okay, that's the first reason why. Okay, cool. Huh? All right, the second one is that you can see that Joe Biden has came in to talk recently. Yesterday, he said that he want to have a bigger budget to do more stuff. But incredibly, is that we have the Nasdaq, Dow Jones all okay, doing all right, but the small cap really go for it. The small cap really go for it. Wow. So it seems that now the retailers are getting very happy now because they're making money from the small caps. All right. So that's the reason why the market is generally very bullish right now. Then, of course, you can see this is the small cap versus the Nasdaq. And you can see the market really rebounded since last week until now. Very strong recovery from the small caps itself. So will this continue? Well, it looks like me, but I will explain to you why my concern is. Okay. Then, of course, you can see the last recent sell-off, all the SPAC, recent IPOs, all the Bitcoin counters. Now they are looking at recovery. So you can see that now, right, they're all recovering slowly. The Bitcoin counters, the recent IPOs, the retail stocks. So basically, in short, it's all right. It's almost like those counters that are being sold down recently, right? All have been, find a base and recovery. So that is why there is this so-called ongoing bullishness right now in the market. All right, so that is why and the reasons why you should stay bullish, because now you can see traders are getting very bullish, all right, in the market. Then, of course, we have the WSB. WSB stands for Wall Street Bets, those in Reddits. All right, those who have been shorting the market since April all the way until the May the 11th or 12th. That was where it bottomed out. And of course, wow, look at the way they recover. It's almost up by 30%. Yeah, almost 30%, right? So that is where you can see when the funds come in, they have sold it down enough. When they accumulated, they want to pump, they'll pump again. So that's how it is. So the question is it now to jump in? I would say that maybe just wait for a little bit more. Let it pull back first. And if you want to buy, then you buy. Now you chase it. Kind of dangerous, in my opinion, but that is the reason why the stock market is going up. Okay. And of course, now we have to talk about the detail, which are the smaller counters and going up, right? We have our AMC, AMC and the GME. These two counters are again rushing up. Look at it. The way they move up is almost identical, very parabolic, and even the way they pull back is almost incredibly the same. So obviously, this is program trading. This is definitely in cahoots trading. We call it as manipulation. We call it as syndication. So that is what's happening right now. But of course, the crazy part is yesterday, AMC is the most traded equity in the world. Wow, my goodness. 13 billion worth of value traded yesterday. Oh my God. Now this counter is only worth $27, FYI. Tesla itself is worth $600. And even Tesla, who people love to trade, only clocked in about $11 billion transactional value. All right. But yesterday alone, okay, AMC basically traded $12 billion, almost 13 to be correct. So that is how crazy yesterday the market is for AMC. It's like everybody's going in, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and just get a part of it, right? So that is what happened in the market. Wow, this is really incredible. And of course, the total volume itself is so huge that it is like, wow, at one stage itself, right, the total volume is like 519 million shares traded, while the average volume for this counter is only 88 million for this on average, okay? And of course, in terms of SPY, the ETF, look at the difference in terms of volume. Wow, my goodness, it's almost like, what, how many times? 20 times, oh my God. So this is where the thing comes in, when so many people go crazy in a certain counter itself, right? And it's a penny counter, also called a lower price counter, one must be careful, but at least you know why the market is going up, all right? So that is what is happening right now. So I purposely put the the two counter there, GME and AMC together. Now you notice that there's a very interesting date, is that on the 27th of January, that was where it hit its peak recently. GameStop hit about 400 plus the high, the closing about 330. Then after that, on the 27th January, the market came off, right? So same thing for AMC. It was also at 27th January, it hit a high. And after that, right, of the day itself, right, it came down quite a fair bit, almost down like 70%. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that there's reason for market to go up. There's also reason for market to come down. So later in the second part of MAO itself, right, I'll tell you what is my concern with these two charts here itself, okay? All right, so before we go right into our usual stuff again, please note that we will have our event on the 19th of June. Yay! Now, many people have asked me, Cal, when to register, how to register, what will be shared. Okay, so let me explain to you what will be shared. Why gold is a great asset to hedge against the Federal Reserve actions, okay? Is gold heading for 2218, my level, or even 3,000 at what most analysts are saying? Is silver a better bet than gold? That is the thing that people have been asking me, because they have, Cal, I got some cash right now, but I have only one short. Can you tell me which one will be better bet? Then they asked me, Cal, how do we make big money from gold and silver in the portfolio? I'll explain this. And this one is where I think love it, right? The big conspiracy theories on gold and silver, the control of the big boys. Now, this is where the G's of it, all right? So people love conspiracy theories and stuff like that itself, right? You would love to hear this part itself, okay? We can even dabble into how did Federal Reserve come upon, and you'll be very shocked that some conspiracy theories are saying that, right? The way it being, when Federal Reserve was actually on the way coming out itself, right? It has some linking to the Titanic. They missed, right? Apparently, it's all right. When Titanic went down, there is a so-called unconfirmed conspiracy towards it. All right, and that leads to the so-called the birth of Federal Reserve. That is a really, really wild thing itself. So I will see whether, how is it going to be linking, but I can share with you guys. This is crazy stuff, okay? And of course, we will give you gift. Yeah, you know what our gift will be giving, right? So that's why bring your friends down, okay? We still believe in cryptocurrency. We still believe in digital gold, which is crypto. But we kind of think that, right, why do we want to be involved where we have had best of over, right? Our TWB system can do two things at the same time. So why can buy gold and short the crypto, and after that we can buy crypto, short the gold. Why not do that itself? Or who knows, both of them may go at the same time. So that's why myself and Benedict Chin, one of our students, he will share with us all the important stuff about gold and silver. All right, guys, really do comment in, okay? All right, okay, cool. Colin, Jim Cramer already said don't fight with Wall Street bet. Indeed, it is true. It's very true in a way. All right, so later on itself, right, on the second half of the MAO, I will talk about why did the dollar goes up, because of the oversupply in the market in the dollar, and of course the 10-year yields and the stagflation potential, and why am I worried about ARKK. All right, so that one will be in the second part of the MAO. Okay, so let us now look at the global news right now. Global news, COVID now. Apparently, right, China hits back as US revisit Wuhan-led lab leak theory. All right, so you can see it's very open now. There's like US is just openly telling people that, hey, you know what? I think Wuhan or China is the one that created this. All right, they are very, very open right now. It's on BBC. So now, but China retort and say that this is ridiculous, this is nonsense, there's no such thing itself, it's political manipulation and blame shifting of the blame. And also they're saying that, right, you know, America or US intelligence has a dark history of spreading misinformation. They said that, right, it's a smear campaign and it's a blaming shifting. So what do you think? So let me ask you guys right now, okay? I know it can be very sensitive, but let's do this, okay? How many of you think that this virus came from the Wuhan lab? All right, if you think that way, please key the word lab, L-A-B, okay? If you think that, nope, this came from Mother Nature, then you just key the word nature, N-A-T-U-R-E. All right, let me see how many of you, let's do it. There's 83 of you. All right, so let's have at least 30 answers before I continue, okay? 30 answers before I continue. If you think that this is from the lab, key the word lab, L-A-B. If you think it's from the Mother Nature, then key the word nature, N-A-T-U-R-E. Let me just see how you're going to, how many of y'all will help me on this, okay? I'm going to count. I must have 30 replies before I continue, okay? Wow. Yu Ming, Jerry, Eileen, Andrew, Desmond, Lion, from Mars, okay? Okay, Michael, okay, Judy, okay, Canton, okay, Pin, okay, we have all these are labs. Nature, we have Cheng, okay, Cheng, only Cheng, yeah? I miss out anything here? Okay, all right, then we have a call from Mars, from Arun. Kind of agree. I think we are the same people. Okay, all right. So the rest of you guys, let me see. Not sure. No one seems to know. Of course, Fred, no one will know. Even they know will tell you. Richard, US, Mother Nature by Toming, Lab, US, China Fund, US Fund, China Lab. That one's true. That one, we all know that already. All right, Nature involved in Lab. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we have majority, I will say Lab. Some will say US, some will say from Mars, some will say don't know. Understandable. All right. So I think this is one of the things that we will likely will never know the answer. Because seriously, if you look at history, all these big events itself, right? End of the day, there's always finger pointing, but no one will have the answer eventually. Until maybe 20, 30 years later, maybe someone will just tell you, yeah, this happened actually. By the way, it's all over. Just like what happened in the Vietnam War itself, right? Where the whole world was told that it was the Vietnamese that created the war. But after 30 years later, 40 years later, then someone, the culprit, they say, yeah, actually we do it. Okay, so that is cool. All right, now Joe Biden. Wow, this time around, he really want to spend a lot of money. He will include a $5 trillion budget in the next federal spending in the next decade, the next 10 years. So he seems like he's confident to have 2 terms, all right? So Joe Biden says that, okay, he proposed a $5 trillion budget to be spent for the next decade. So this is really on top of whatever he has spent already. So the thing is this, well, apparently it's all right. Why is he doing that? If you look carefully into it, detail, actually it's all right. Actually, the so-called last Democrat president, Barack Obama, is all right. They wanted to do this, but it was disregarded because back then they don't control. But this time around, Biden has a full control of the House and Senate in a way. So likely there's a higher chance that he will get what he wants. And apparently, I also believe that will happen. All right. But again, you spend so much money yourself, end of the day, okay, people have to pay. But again, America itself, things can be very different. All right. You mean so funny. All right, so this is what we're going to have now. So definitely there will be an influx of dollar coming in the market. That's why I say that gold, in my opinion, in the long term will be a better bet for this market right now. Okay. All right, before we're going to get into details, the market will start opening soon. Let's look in the market right now. I'm not going to miss this today. So we're going to see China now. Let's take a look at China. China has gap up this morning, but now it's trading slightly below the OP. Now, do note for China, we have a BNB yesterday. By logic itself, right? From this trading, this pattern, it just shows that there should be further upside to go as long as the market maintains above OP. And look at it, China MA2 MA is on at the bottom. If they can stay and maintain this, we have a crossover for the bullish side. Okay, then of course we will look into the Hong Kong market. Now Hang Seng yesterday pulls back but strongly recovered yesterday and closed above the opening price. So this tells me that this morning we should see a higher opening this morning. All right, likely going to see that happening. All right, Hong Kong will open in about 1 minute time. All right, there's a request to do Nikkei today. All right, I'll do it for you, Eileen. All right, Nikkei, quick one for the Nikkei Day Chart. Let's take a look. Nikkei is above MA30 also, so Nikkei is likely going to go higher also today, this morning. All right, Hong Kong going to open up very soon. I'll come back to Nikkei shortly. Let's look at Hong Kong right now. Hong Kong is going to open in about 30 seconds time. All right, KSI is green in color, so likely we're going to see further buy upside, all right, at the moment. All right, so watch out for the Nasdaq. As long as the Nasdaq is going upwards, Hong Kong will likely follow through, okay? So we're going to have Hong Kong in about 10 seconds time. Let's stand by for this. Okay, Hong Kong has opened. It has gap up expected. Okay, yesterday closed at 29,169. Hong Kong gap up 29,218. At the moment now it's trading below OP at the moment. All right, but it's still too early. Do note this out, right? We have the pivot one at 29,230. And so if the market goes above the pivot one, that means there should be higher upside because it's above OP and above pivot one. All right, so there's potential of higher upside. All right, KSI is green in color, so overall looks positive for Hang Seng unless something changes in the Chinese market. All right, let's take a look here. All right, there's some selling at the moment for the Chinese market, so we will see how it goes later. All right, let's see how it goes. Let's come back to this. Okay, all right, so Hong Kong, I already given you my views. If Hong Kong stays above the opening price and pivot one, we should see further upside. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the global news right now. Yes, Uncle Arun, yes, it was a request by Eileen, and I know that I just saw your portfolio yesterday, you traded Nikkei, so okay, so later I'll talk about Nikkei, all right? Or we can next time do Nikkei first. Okay lah. All right, so the jobs pictures shows more improvement as an unemployment claim slide. So now the thing is this, the jobless claim expected for 406, sorry, expected to 425, but came out 406, so slightly better, and the market likes it. And even though the GDP, they were expecting a higher figure, it did not come in, but the market didn't care. And of course, the durable goods declined 1.3%, but the market didn't care. So the thing is this, the end of the day is the market want to care whatever they want to care. So which means that there were 3 news in the market yesterday. They focus only on the jobless claim. To them, it's that is more important, which are like kind of, okay, fine enough. Then, so what is happening right here, you can see that the jobless claim is there. So it does seem to be good because it's declining. So it does shows that there is some form of improvement. But if you look again from what I want to tell you again and again, based on what has happened the last 6-9 months versus before the pandemic, right? You realize that, right, we're still very far away from where we came from. So with the stock market now at 34,500 level, right, it's kind of overstretched in my opinion. But again, this is my opinion. So FYI, I told you guys, as long as the bull is in the house, there's really no way you can say anything else. You just stick to them and follow. And the answer is just follow, okay? Because it's pointless to fight with them. You just have to follow. So we can see that the data right now very clearly, right? This is what happened. The core durable goods was explained about 0.8%. Now, different different news agencies or rating agency, they have different figures and things are. So this one I'm taking from investing.com. So they were looking at 0.8. Now, do note that last month was 3.2%, and this time out they mark it down to 0.8. The market came slightly better. So this one I see a bit different, right? But the the GDP numbers, they're looking at 0.6.4. And then this jobless claim of 406, and then the pending home sales was supposed to be good or positive, but the market came minus 4.4, and the market just totally ignored that part. Okay, so you didn't see any news on that itself. So this is whereby I tell you when the market is bullish, they'll just focus on the bullish news. The rest itself, right, is not important. So that's why when you guys look at news, even though you say, Kel, how come the news is bad, the market don't react? Because we are in the bullish market. So later on, when the market turns bearish eventually one day, I don't know when it'll be, then it will be the other way around. That means no matter whatever positive news are, the market don't care. They only focus on the negative news. You understand? That's why trading with news, right, has its limit because of the market condition. So got it? Okay, so that's what happened in the news form. Then in terms of recap, well, you can see initially the Dow went up initially. Then after that, the thing came down all the way towards the 2 a.m. mark. Then, of course, as usual, the 2 a.m. mark, we saw the big rally. And in fact, after cash market, the Dow went back to the high of yesterday. So that is how manipulative the market is right now. There's really no point to really take news as, to ask yourself whether news is important, because it really doesn't make any difference right now in the market. So what happened in the front, we can see right here now, the Dow Jones, right? The Dow Jones, okay, the Dow Jones ended up 100 points, okay, and a jump on Boeing shares, okay, I'll talk about Boeing shares later. All right, so you can see that main thing is they are looking at the better than expected labor market. See, the data can be all bad, but they just want to focus on one, and that's the reason they buy. Okay, that is how it works. And of course, we have Boeing shares going up, okay, on economic recovery. So, seems that, right, they are very optimistic that they'll be flying soon. So that is what's happening right now. Of course, we also see something, a rotational play. Microsoft, Alphabet, and Apple all registered losses. Incredibly, right? Quite interesting, because they were buyers, they were being pushed up yesterday, today they let it go. So you see, this is how market is. So let's just look at this Boeing share right now, right? Boeing, Hang Seng is a bit lower right now, but like Boeing first, BA. Now, this is Boeing share, look at it, wow, look at it, okay? So Boeing basically have a CCRY recently, right? So if you follow the rules, if you buy here, that's about 231 if you get to buy Boeing shares, and now it's $250. So which means that you have made money about $19 just by going, buying in the market. And why would you be buying? Because the KSI is so green, and of course the market is above the RL. So that's why all give you the reason, above the cash RL. And you can see the market purposely tap the cash support level and the midpoint level, they tap it and then recover. So this gives you a very strong signal that there could be potential buy up. And when the market crossed above the cash RL, that's it. That's where the market went up. So it's quite cool actually. If you actually study the cash deeper, right, you can actually see a very good, like a bouncing mattress like that. It just basically let you know exactly the trampoline, all right, to let you know exactly what to do with the market. So that is what happened for the Boeing share. Now, and how high Boeing can go, right? Well, this is where you can take a look right now. So for Boeing shares itself, right, you can look at it ever since the October last year, they've been climbing up very steadily. So by right itself, right, Boeing share should be able to reach all the KCB, which is about 251 to 256. You have some resistance right here now at 253. So if you ask me, Cal, should we chase? I would say no, wait for a pullback. Then after that, maybe the next CCRY, you go for it, will be a better choice. All right, so that's my personal take. So I will leave it to you to do your own decision call, okay? All right, so that is Boeing. And of course, Janet Yellen have came out already. Yay, Yellen have came in to say that let's step up spending. Oh my God. So in 2018, when she was the Fed chief, she will say that no, we shouldn't spend more already. It's a bit dire position. Now she said that don't worry, it's okay, don't worry. Inflation adjusted spending has remained stagnant for 11 years. I don't know which part of the world she's staying now, but apparently if you tell Americans that, they'll faint, all right? But that is what exactly she said, okay? So to her itself, the thing is stagnant, all right? I mean, if you're making millions of dollars every year itself, right, maybe it's stagnant. Anyway, trading remains relatively muted, right, because of the Memorial Day weekend, which means that Monday is a US holiday, all right? Will we have MAO in the morning? Yes, we will still have MAO. Just that I do know the market will be very slow, so really no point trading. And even today is right, likely there'll be unwinding of position. So traders, you need to go slow. So today, okay? All right, okay. All right, so sorry. Oh, I forgot to update you news today. Apology. So let's do a recap of what happened today for the Dow Jones yesterday market. Now, yesterday Dow Jones opened is between the two pivots. KSI was red in color, but you notice that the red KSI was a bit declining. So that means the selling is there, but not as strong. So what happened is that the market, as usual, initially went down first, all right? But after that, the market found strength, reverse above OP. Now, once it reverses above OP, then of course the pivot 1 will be like a magnet. It will go towards there, which in this case, it really happened. Okay, so let us see what exactly happened throughout the day itself. So, well, you can see very interesting. The market came down. Well, what was the key point is that the KTR -1 was there. And by logic, if KSI is gray in color, the market should hit KTR -1 rather easily. But the market didn't. Now, what is really incredible is this, my friends. Look at this, okay? Now, if you had hope now, you have Dow Jones chart, right? You can insert the RSI into M15. I can guarantee you, you can put in RSI or stochastics, right? All of them will point downwards during this 1 hour period. But look at our KSI. Look at it. Our KSI is green in color, and the better part is it's actually accelerating. So this tells you that the buying is still in the market. So that's why when the market couldn't go and touch the KTR -1, there's something, it's a problem here. It's not usual. And of course, on hindsight now, wow, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Incredible, right? So don't you think that our KSI is really different? No one has such an indicator. What's most indicator are price-based, action-based indicator. So when market goes down, it goes down. Market goes up, it goes up. This one, actually, you don't need the indicator to talk to you. You want an indicator to tell you something that you don't know, and you can act on it. And that is what I'm trying to say. All right. So guys, if you think this indicator itself is excellent, that'd be a great idea, right? So of course, not every time is accurate. The point that it goes, for example, like this, the market still goes down. So the colors will play a part. If the colors tells you already, right, hey, look, the market, the CCYR right now, the KSI is red in color, to sell makes sense, right? Yeah, indeed, it makes sense. So that's why if you are shorted based on CCYR at pivot 1, because the day chart KSI was red in color, you sell, you also profit. Correct enough. Here you enter, here's a stop loss. So this is your X. Hence, therefore, if the market go down more than 1x, you can take profit. And that's how you trade with the TWB system. Okay? So got the idea now? All right, cool. Then of course, after the market had finished its day, we saw the last 15 minutes or half an hour, they just pump up again, all right? They just do it. There was no answer to this. I checked the news, there's nothing about this. So I expected they just want to make sure the market closed at a high, maybe towards the Memorial Day, because it's like a big day for the Americans, right? Because it's where they will respect those people who lost their life during the wars, all right? So take note of that, okay? So maybe that's a reason why they need to push the market up. Okay, so we have the Dow Jones right now. So let's check with the market right now. Okay, so the Hang Seng is still down at the moment, but the cash market is going to open soon. Let's see what happened to the cash market. The cash market opened at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. Now China is now down testing the MLP. Let's see whether the MLP can be holding the market up. If the market hold the MLP, then we can see a good chance of going higher. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones first for today. Now, Dow Jones now, wow, look at it. Yesterday, I told you guys about the MA, right? Wow, look at it. The market really touched the MA and rebounded beautifully, right? It missed the level this morning. I put at 34186. I said if the Dow Jones can stay above 34186, the market, the Dow will go up, right? Remember? I said that, yeah, indeed. So the market really comes down, right? Didn't go and hit the 34,186 and then rebounded strongly up again. So now today, right, we can see very clearly the market is down above the 61.8 level. So which means that as long as the Dow Jones stays above this figure, which is today is 34,400, as long as the Dow Jones stay above 34,400, right, there is a chance for the Dow Jones to go for a new all-time high again. There is a chance for the Dow Jones to go for all-time high again, okay? The Dow have to stay above 34,400. That will be the level for today. The moving average wise itself, right? You can see for MA, today the MA is around here, 34,250. So let's talk about 34,400 first. 34,400 stay, then we talk. All right, MLP, well, MLP is here. Let me bring it in. MLP is somewhere near here. It's about 34,460 level. All right. Right, congratulations to you, Uncle Arun. Yeah, indeed, you pick it up right here itself. Excellent. Okay. All right, so today, as long as the Dow stay above 34,400, there's no much reason for you to sell unless you have some other views in the market. All right, thank you, Uncle Arun. Okay, let's continue. The weekly chart, what you have over here, you can see over here, the weekly chart is still very beautifully supported. So based on what I'm seeing right now, it doesn't seem to have any chance for the market to close down below trend line. So which means that the upside is actually going to be up. All right, staying up. All right, so that is what we are seeing right now, but the market is still contained in between the BNBs, the weekly chart BNB. So we will study this closer, okay? All right, the Dow today, now Hang Seng is still below OP, but it's recovering off the low. Now this is Hang Seng today. Now this is interesting. Hang Seng today got a bit of interesting thing to talk about. Hang Seng, the KSI is red in color, and in fact it accelerated a little bit. All right, so what happened is that for the Dow Jones, the KSI is still red. Dow Jones, KSI is still red, sorry. All right, now what you see is that the Dow Jones yesterday is a BNB. Okay, so this tells me that, right, there could be a big movement coming in again. So the RL and SL happen to be the cage also. So for the Dow Jones, as long as the market stays above the cage RL, that means it's above the BNB, right? Right, high, right? That means that there should be further upside. So the Dow Jones can test 34,739, which is very nearby to our pivot one today. So today for Dow Jones, there is a possibility for the Dow to go towards 34,700 series, okay? So traders, take note of that, okay? All right, so that is what we have now for the Dow for the positive sides. So let's look at the rest and Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq is the one that I'm quite worried, and I did tell you guys that Nasdaq itself will be the main problem if ever the economy really recover and inflation comes in the picture. All right, we will have to watch out for the Nasdaq, okay? So the Nasdaq today, let's take a look at Nasdaq first. Now the Nasdaq MLP today is very, very, very tight. It's just around here. Okay, you're gonna have difficulty putting this. Okay, somewhere about 13,700. All right, so somewhere around there. So which means that if the Dow Jones, if the Nasdaq doesn't stay above 13,700, traders who are long in the market can consider to book out some profits. Okay, 13,700. Okay. Then, of course, we have the 61.8, we're still there. And yesterday, the Nasdaq hit the 61.8, 13637 and rebounded. Now, how many of you actually did this buy here at 13,637? I already give you the number specifically, right? I told you guys if the Nasdaq do come down to 13,637, it will be a look to buy level versus the 61.8. And it really happened. So today, MA now. Today's MA is somewhere around here. That's quite far away. That's about 13,530. So in the market now, pretty far away, I don't think we will hit MA 30. So overall, it's bullish at this moment right now. Okay. So we have these three things. Yes, you bought Uncle Arun. Wow, fantastic. Mantap. All right, well done. Okay, so that is whereby you need to take down all these numbers. Okay. Now I know that one of you, Kelly, asked me to actually do this and run the caption. I used to see caption running up on the screen when I talk here. So I'm just wondering, you all see the caption? Do you all see the caption anymore? Last time got caption, right? It's still popping on your screen. Just to verify, do you see caption running on your screen? Still have? Last time I'm using my hand laptop, so I don't see the caption. But just wondering whether you're on laptop, on handphone, still have the captions coming out. The subtitles are on my words. Okay, anyway, we'll come back to look at this. Okay, so that is a Nasdaq. Okay, Hong Kong is coming down a bit. Why? Okay, Hong Kong is now below MLP already, so not too sure what's happening. Maybe China A50 can shed some light. Ooh, wow. China A50 is coming down quite strong, and today is a flat top in China A50, flat top. Not too sure what's happening over there. Maybe some profit taking. Right, so let's see how it goes later. Right. Oh, is it? Ah, I see, Eric. But mine is Huawei. Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you for sharing with me. Okay. Okay, so for Nasdaq, you can see today is still pretty flat at the moment. All right, now Nasdaq, okay, Nasdaq itself, right? It's an inverse pivot. Can you see that? Inverse pivot. So that means there will be another clamp down between the prices. All right, so this is a Nasdaq, but the KSI is green in color. So if Nasdaq can break above pivot 2, there should be further upside for the Nasdaq, okay? So if the Nasdaq can stay above pivot 2, there should be upside all the way to this point here itself at 13,799. Okay, watch out for that, huh? Okay. S&P 500. S&P 500 is also a BNB, so the high and the low will be used to have a resistance and support level. But you can see very clearly now S&P 500 had crossed the 61.8, and that's why it's going up pretty strong. So as long as the S&P stays strong, it may go up to hit the all-time high again. Now you may revisit the all-time high again. All right, so traders at the moment now, please draw 2 lines, put it here. This is your resistance, your support, so that this will give you an idea of where the market will be heading next based on the BNB, RL, and SL, okay? So I'm gonna put that one for myself, S&P. Okay, got it? Cool, huh? Okay. So we have done the S&P, let's look at S&P chart right now. S&P today pretty positive. If S&P can stay above 4217, which it is right now, it's a buy. Okay, it's a buy. Okay, it's a buy. Over here, if it cross above the pivot 1 level, 4217 is a buy. The KSI is green in color, so overall it's positive. Now you notice something incredible. The S&P is upright, but you can see my KSI is red in color. So again, a lot of people have been telling me that, Kel, I break your code on KSI. I know how it works. Seriously, I really don't think so, right? Because there's more to meet the eye on KSI. Because look at it now, the KSI, the S&P is now at a high level and it's above OP some more. How can the KSI be red color unless there's something else, right? And you can see the KSI is red color right now, and the length is quite heavy. So this is actually a little bit of to tell you that our KSI is not the conventional indicators. All right, cool, huh? So hopefully this will let you know that. You can share with your friends later on. Okay, so let's look at the Nikkei as what you guys wanted. Let's look at Nikkei. Wow, Nikkei is really going up right now. Beautiful. All right, all the way going up above MA 30, above MA 200. So you can see once the Nikkei cross above the MA 200, Nikkei goes up. So where can Nikkei go? Well, logically, Nikkei can come to this point here. There's a chocolate bar here. There's about 29,210 level. Okay, so that is the potential where Nikkei can go. That is 29,210 level around there. Okay, all right, that's where the Nikkei can go. All right, then how about our own Nikkei, our TWB chart for 1 minute? Well, for today's our Nikkei is also strong. Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy already, right? KSI is green. So if you have the Nikkei chart, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. So Nikkei will go by 15-minute chart. So you can see that above OP, above pivot 1, you can buy the Nikkei. And Nikkei really went all the way up itself. So for people who can trade in the morning, prefer trade in the morning, you can try Nikkei. This will already help you a little bit. All right. 15-minute chart will be a better trade. 5 minutes, a bit fast. Okay. And it may be a bit choppy. All right. A bit choppy. Can you see that? Because of the price. Now, do note Nikkei starts very early because it's the pre-market. It opens together with the Dow Jones. So only when the cash market open at 8 a.m., right, that's where the volatility will come in. You see this volatility, yeah? This is during when the cash market opens. Okay, cool, huh? All right, so that is how you guys can, try out Nikkei. If you're comfortable, try Nikkei, give it a try, all right? Okay, go, Kate, Eric, all right? Have a great time, all right? Enjoy yourself and good flight. Okay. All right, so that is the Nikkei. All right, though I'm done with Nikkei, let's look at DAX. Okay, here we go for DAX. Now, DAX yesterday pulls back yesterday. All right, but I did mention there are some numbers to watch out for yesterday. Uncle Arun, did you catch the number? All right, there were some numbers mentioned yesterday. So it hopefully gets number. But of course, yesterday, the number that I gave you was 15,315. They didn't really hit that point. So today, it upgraded a little bit higher. Today is 15,323, slightly higher. 15,323 will be the level to watch out for the DAX, 15,323 level. Okay, no worries, Eileen. All right, so for DAX itself, right, it came down, yeah, indeed some profit taking, but the rate of change getting smaller in terms of that. So if DAX can break above the yesterday high, DAX could now travel back again to test a new all-time high. Now that is what I'm seeing from the conventional, not very clear. So the only way is that we check on our own chart. You can see that KSI is still pretty green. So which means that if the DAX can break above yesterday's high, and that is about 15,489, that means that DAX has a probability to go higher again. All right, so break the high of yesterday, sorry. So we have 15,489. If the DAX can stay above this number, we should see further upside. Okay, all right. Okay, so 15,489. Okay, that is the thing, because the KSI is all the way green here. Okay, cool. All right, excellent, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this MAO, right? Okay, so good to see that you guys are enjoying it. I wish you all the best in your trading. All right, so we have covered the Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, all the stuff. Let's look at the commodities market right now. Now, gold, wow, gold. Yesterday, gold went up right past 1900, and then it came back down all the way. Then it was sideways for a while yesterday in the morning. Then on that, it was a push up towards the end. All right, there was some buyer on gold. All right, it went below 1890. I did say before, if gold go down 1900, there will be some selling. And truth be told, when gold went below 1900, gold really came down by at least $10. So if you remember this, you could have profit some money from there. Okay, so let's see what happened for gold as a recap. Okay, now gold is quite incredible. You listen to me. Now KSI is green, no blue bar, so actually it's very bullish. Okay, it's supposed to be very, very bullish. Okay, all right, supposedly, yeah. All right. So what happened is that the two bar shows that the market has some resistance at the P2 yesterday, touches the P2 and then came down already. So that's why the P2 is so powerful. Cannot cross means cannot buy, right? But because the KSI is green in color, if the market go to KTR -1 to -3, it will be a good time to buy into the market. So that is a strategy that you have to remember. And you can see the market really performed like a gem. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the way the market hit the KTR -2, and incredibly and beautifully, that's where it stopped. And of course, again, you can see the same phenomenon. Let me just show it to you, that the price was coming down. You can see for like 2 hours, but the KSI is all the way green. Now the blue bar will extend because the blue bar is actually following the price action. So you can see that the KSI is green, but the KCX is blue. So don't be confused. KSI is about the boys. KCX is price action based. I already told you before, KCX is price action based. So that's why when the price comes down, KCX will also be down. Yeah. But what happened is that if you remember the rule, if you remember that KSI or the day chart is green in color, so as long as the market hit the KTR -1, right, and do a CCRY, you can see that immediately the market reacted. So that's why making money from the market, right, day to day itself, right? You can miss all the trade in the world, but if you remember what I've been telling you in the morning MAO, and even you can look at your own chart yourself, all the KSI, if you remember that, you just have to wait for that moment to come. Now, of course, sometimes you may be like, wow, like this case, the whole go up and down, up and down, up and down for many, many, many hours, finally come down, you'll be too tired of, but that is how it works. That's why later part when my crazy app is ready, right, you can auto set this yourself. Then you will not have a problem. And the only thing is that to watch the market is when the alarm inform you. Don't you find it incredible? Imagine that you guys now really know how to use the entry TWB system, but you don't have time to really monitor the market throughout the whole day. What if the robot, the algorithm, do the job for you? You just have to select what you want to see. And when the market trigger that itself, right, you will get what you want. Don't you find it better? Right, those who think that this is really This is going to be a great asset to you in terms of trading. Please key the word crazy. CRAZII. Can you key it right now? All right. By the way itself, right, the app name is called Crazy App. Okay, CRAZII. All right. Please do it right now so that everybody know that, right, this crazy, this word belong to us. All right. Let me see how many of you are crazy enough to help me type this. Okay. Because the thing is this, in my vision is this, okay? It's just like if you were to one day bring your handphone to your friends and your friends say, what is this? This is crazy. I think your friend will like laugh at you. What are you talking about? Why you look at crazy stuff? They say, yeah, because this is actually crazy stuff. Look at it. How crazy is this? Look at the way they buy and sell. This is crazy. Of course, this is not a very positive word. You can put incredible, amazing, awesome. But I think that's how Alibaba started, right? You need a crazy name to have a crazy beginning. Correct or not? I'm not sure it's all right. Everybody, those even, other people, all these names come out, right? It's really one moment, okay? So this moment, this crazy word came from when I was doing my sabbatical. Really, I'm not fooling you guys. All right, so one day itself, when we get to meet one time, I will show you what I scribble on a book. And that book itself was on Jack Ma. Yeah, so the word crazy in a way manifested from there itself. Incredible, right? When can we have this app? Like I say, it's still on development. We're still looking for investors, to be honest with you, because that's why I'm working very hard. It's not cheap. It's really not cheap. So that's why I'm trying to see what we can do right here. All right. So end of the day is this. We try to get you the best thing for you guys, but we know that once this is ready, and then we come out with crazy, what do you call? Coin. I think that will be the most perfect thing to have at the same time. Yeah. Michael, this price is a must as many recognize it, as it is many recognized major broker app. Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I need, but it's not that easy, like I say, because it's not a live alert and everything itself, right? And we don't want to really use MT4. We don't bypass MT4 because of the limitation. So that's why a lot of work is involved. So yeah. So guys, really seriously, I was just talking to Ben yesterday itself, right? We're saying that you guys are now using our MAOs, using our levels to trade in the market, which are very happy for you. But we realize that at least half of y'all or more are not using AIMS to trade, all right? I mean, seriously, that is our little source of income. So if you guys are not trading with the broker that we are using, then of course we don't have that type of income, then you're actually feeding someone else. Kind of like doesn't make much sense, right? You think about this. Imagine that you are getting so much info from us and you're trading with other brokers. Then end of the day, other brokers don't provide for you and you guys benefiting them, helping them to become richer. Don't you find it's a little bit like distorted here and there? So can I appeal that, right? There's 90 of you. Can you do consider this? If you're trading with other brokers and they are giving you the same rates, same costs, same spreads, can you consider doing AIMS? I think AIMS until now, they have been doing quite well. I mean, I can't say a guarantee for them. I won't say that because everything can happen, right? So I'm not a spokesperson for AIMS also. So I can tell you that we have withdrawals from students who withdraw big amount, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. Withdrawal have been safe until today. So maybe please do consider, all right? It will be a good thing now. You help us increase our revenue so that we can put more effort and throw more money to R&D side. Okay? All right. If you can, thank you so much. All right. I appreciate that. All right. So that is what I want to deliver for today for this one. Okay. So we have to go right now. So let's look at the market. Okay. I think Hang Seng has recovered a bit. Wow. Hang Seng recovered already. Wow. I told you, right? If Hang Seng stays above OP and pivot 1, Hang Seng will go up. You see, really happen, okay? So this is why you need to have the system to help you guys to perform better in the market, all right? This is actually a very important tool that you must have. Because if you're not right, you won't know what's going on and you will be trading blindly and this is going to be very bad. Look at it. See, Hang Seng really came down to KTR -1. Now, why it came down to KTR -1? Because the KSI is green. So KSI is green means if the market comes to KTR -1, it will find support, and when it finds support, CCRY, bang. You see that? Straight away impact. This is why I tell you this. If seriously, if I don't do MAO, I trade the market, right? I have more time doing this, I'll make more money. But again, for you guys, I'm doing all these MAOs, right? Only for one good reason only, is to build up a portfolio of videos and also train you guys long enough. So later on, it's all right. I can't be doing MAO forever. So once it's time to stop, I will stop. And then after that, it's all right. You guys have to move on your life. And if you use the system properly, you're going to make more money than you can think of, okay? So guys, really try your best to really, get the best of this, learn as much as you can, and, make good money from the market itself. Okay, cool, right? Yeah. Okay, so look at the Hang Seng, looks likely going to go a bit higher from the way you look at it right now. Okay. Okay, so let's look at China. China also recovered, like you can see, China has also recovered from here itself. That's why you can see the Hong Kong also recover. Okay. Judy, give free chance for using AIMS. Okay, we can see how it goes. Because it had to be certain costs. We are trading AIMS, yes, but there must be a certain cost. We are not AIMS, we are not AIM itself. So we don't know exactly how much you all trade, how you all trade. We don't know, we have no information about this. So we can only rely on you guys really doing it. And every month we get our little income, and then we use it for R&D and our back payment and stuff like that. Yeah, but we know a lot of you are not using AIMS, that's for sure, because it's like we have 200 to 300 accounts under AIMS because of you guys, but the numbers are, the commissions are really not near that at all. All right, this is fact. I wouldn't blame you guys, but I really appeal that you all do that, okay? That is how you can help one another, especially us. Thank you. All right, so let's look at gold right now. Gold, okay, let's talk about gold today. Well, for gold, I have my own views. Now, gold, you can see, okay, over here, we have MLP today. And the MLP is so near to the doji itself. So for today, gold, there's one number that I'll give it to you, one magic number for today, and that number is 1897. Now, which means that if gold today do not cross 1897, do not cross, then there should be some selling. But the selling will not be too, then the thing is, if it comes down, right, the support will be around 1850. So the 1850 is a MA30. So I don't think that will be reached, at least for today, in my opinion. So if I look at it overall itself, right? Yeah, definitely. You'll be back in a one single day pin. Yeah, and easily. Okay, so what happened is that, right, gold, the MLP and the MLP is 1897 and the MA30 is 1850. So as long gold later on can stay above 1897, right, I believe that gold will go up. That is my view here. But if gold cannot stay above 1897, then maybe there will be some form of profit taking just to pull back a little bit, because recently it went up quite fast, right? Recently gold, FYI, gold went up from this point here, up to about $99 or $100 to be precise, over just 8 days. 8 days up $100 is a lot of money. So even if you pull back $20, $30, it's pretty pretty normal. Okay, so a good pullback will be a good time to look at gold again. All right, the only thing is that the RSI is still firming above the 70 mark. So that shows very bullishness, but also a little bit of dangerous. So you can see over here itself, the last time the RSI hits the 70 mark, it almost immediately reacted. This time now it didn't react. That means that bullishness in gold is still there. The bullishness in gold is still there. That's why the bullishness is holding the market, but kind of expect that there'll be some profit taking meanwhile. Okay, so that is what we are seeing right now for gold. Let's do the weekly chart. Weekly chart is still okay. Gold have already hit my 1902 weekly chart target. So now pulling back is kind of expected. Okay, kind of expected. Give me a minute, sorry. Okay, settled. All right, so let's look at gold for today. All right, so excuse me, sorry. So today's gold, let's take a look right now for today's gold. Today's gold, the opening price is between two pivots. And both of them are below the KHRL, traded but pulled back. So there should be some resistance coming up soon on gold. That's how I read it. So unless gold can break above the pivot 1 today, which is 1901. So if gold based on KSI is green and also plus the KSI is going upwards, no blue bars, I will say up front, if gold can break 1901 with a CCRY later, then there will be a good chance that gold may be going up. Okay? But if gold stay below OP, then gold may have to come back down to 1885 first, tested it. Maybe that's where the support will come in for further buying. So watch out for 1885. That will be the level that I'm more comfortable to buy. But if the market goes below 1885, then maybe selling is not a good idea because the KSI is green in color. Okay, so let's just watch this closely, all right? Okay, so we have already, we have this gold, and let's look at silver. Silver is still flat at the moment right now, sideways, but it's definitely inching up slowly. So overall silver today, the MA30 is about $27.40. So that will be the level to watch out for. Silver have been sideways for more than about 6-7 days already. Let's see how it goes. There seems to be some profit taking in the moment, so we wait for a while. Now, someone asked me when the silver indicator will be ready. It will be likely ready during the 19th of June. That's why I say there's a lot of gift for you on that day. So do participate, okay? Only people who participate will get gift. And of course, on the day itself, in the morning, you have to participate by keying some stuff. If you don't key, you don't get the gift. Right? So you have to be around and you must attend it. So tell a friend to attend so that they can actually get the gift from us. Okay, all right, so that is silver. Last one is crude. Crude, wow, you see, crude really goes up again. I told you guys, as long as crude stays above $64, crude will go up. And indeed now, he had tapped $67 yesterday. So don't you find that all this is all already, we already know this, what can we do? The moving average, the trend line, as long as we follow through, that's how it works. So for crude oil now, well, let me just take a look right here. Wow, this is crude oil, I think one of the highest point for a long time. Yeah, indeed. Let me just zoom right here. This is what date is that? This is so far away. November 2018. Oh my God. 2018 November. Okay. So that means that now we should be looking at the crude oil to come to about 67.49. That should be the turning point. So, well, let's take a look what's happening over here. Yeah, we are about there. I think crude oil may test the 67.50 level, just test only. Then after that, there should be some profit taking bar. All right, because every time the crude oil, the RSI, whenever it hits about 65 recently, that's where there will be some pullback. All right, so let's watch this carefully and see whether does it make sense here. Okay, all right. So that is crude oil for you. Okay, all these can take out already. Yeah. MA30 is still also at the bottom. MA30 is somewhere near here. That's about $64, $65. Michael, the link is not ready yet. Yeah, no, it's not ready yet because we are trying to finalize the details. Definitely it's about gold and silver, but we definitely will be releasing it soon. But once it's ready, right, you have it. But do share with your friend the poster first. You can send to your friend and say that these two gentlemen are going to talk about gold and you give you a lot of stuff. Tell your friends, okay? Those who love gold trading should really participate, okay? All right, so we have covered everything. All right, Hang Seng is now pulling back a little bit. I mean, expected a little bit. There'll be some profit taking always. China A50 is still below MLP. That's not a very good sign. Nikkei, last one. Let's look at Nikkei again. Nikkei is still up pretty strong. So doesn't seem to be coming down. Day chart wise, it's also there overall. Okay. So that's why yesterday Nikkei was a BNB, above RLs a buy. So today, based on the rule, above OP, you can buy Nikkei because KSI is green overall. If you break pivot 1, it's a stronger buy. So yesterday, for today, Nikkei is a very good buy based on all the rules that we know. Cool, huh? Yes, indeed, Colin, a pullback is always welcome. And that is always the most important thing to understand. Okay, a pullback is not a sell. A pullback is just that everybody needs to take a breather, right? Just like you run, you need to take a breather, right? Something of sort. Okay, you need a breather at times. Okay, all right. So we have the sharing right now. We come to the part 1 of MAO already. Okay, so we have part 2 coming up. Part 2 is on the bearish side of the market. So if you're ready, all right, I'll see you back in about 15 seconds time. Vincent, like I mentioned, the link will be out soon, maybe likely next week. Early next week, it'll be out, then you can register already. Yeah, the link not ready yet because our content is still going through because it's not easy to jigsaw everything all together. All right, take some time. But thank you. Okay, I'll come back to you soon. Take some water. Okay, I'm back. All right. So once again, I'd like to clarify this again and again and again and again. All right. Now, part 2 of the MAO is not because I'm bearish that I'm doing this. It's just to balance the whole beam. If I'm so over bullish, right, then of course, if the market come down, you guys will blame me. So what we are doing this is that we are doing the bullish and the bearish. But why bullish first then? Because now the trend is bullish. So for me to tell you it's bullish, I've been saying this for the longest of time. That is what is happening. But on the same flip side itself, right? Okay, for people who think that the market is really, really at the top, then you can slowly add some shorts if you want to. But of course, if you add shorts recently, you will be stopped out. So that is the difference here. But okay, if the market eventually come down, right? Of course, those who shorted will make a lot of money. So that is how it works. So it's not about who's right, who's wrong that matters. It's just basically itself, right? At the moment itself, what you're doing and the market want to do will give you the final result. So if the market is want to be bullish right now and you long, you make money. If your market is bullish right now, you short, you lose money. Is that simple? All right. So of course, the thing is this: there's no wrong to sell at high or short at high. All right. But just remember this: high can go higher. Similarly, low can go lower. Okay. So this one is very important. Okay. Please make sure you understand this. Now, whether you take my second half of MAO as a guidance light to go long in the market, or you think it as call for sell, we go for buy. If you still have this thinking here, you didn't develop it or you didn't get yourself matured. Okay. So my view and my point is this: I'm just telling you, I'm doing this to just do a reminder so that you guys don't get overwhelmed or into don't go too crazy into your trading and then get hit for nothing. Okay, that is the most serious thing to do in trading. Okay. All right. So what's happening right now on the bond yield market is because now Joe Biden wants to put in more money in the system. So again, it's either that Federal Reserve will be the one doing it, or they want to do. They are going to basically get it somewhere. Now, economy can only recover when it's a fiscal policy and a monetary policy comes together. Now, Federal Reserve have been doing a lot of monetary policy, but this is not going to help. It will cool the market. It will help the market. It will not help the economy. You need to do fiscal policy, which means that you have to really stimulate the economy really from there. So there's this thing that what they're trying to do is that they actually make the stock market high first to give confidence to the world or the investors and the blue chip or the bosses. And after that, now they want to go back track and then want to help the economy. So that is their plan. So that at least it makes everybody happy. Rather than straight away go to the fiscal side and then, they may cause people to get away from the market. Is that if I don't feed the rich people first, then the rich people may run away if I straight away go to help the lower half of the society. But I understand my point. So because of that itself, right, that means there's a lot of supply to be soaked up. So definitely that is whereby there is a thing that there could be a demand on the dollar. There could be a demand on the dollar. That's why the yields actually goes up yesterday. That is what actually happened because they suspect that Joe Biden will come out even more bonds. So that's why the bond price came off and the yields goes up. That is what is actually happening. So yesterday I saw someone was asking, how come the yields go up, right? And that is the reason. So you can see that after the news came out, right, the yield went up on its own. Okay, 1 to 1.62. But of course, as usual, they doesn't want it to go too high. They probably push it down a little bit. So it's 1.6. So 1.6 seems to be a very interesting level to watch. So as long as 1.6 hold, then you know that the demand for dollar is still there. Okay. Now, of course, you have this CT inflation surprise index versus the Bloomberg Eco US Industrial Sector Surprise Index. So in short itself, they usually go in tandem, but you can see now they are not doing that because the inflation figures now is really going off the roof, right, off the chart, and then the so-called industrial are not following. So what this thing happened is that, right, is actually stagflation. Stagflation is only when the persistent or high inflation combined with high unemployment and stagnant demand in country economy. Now, that's the reason why Joe Biden want to stimulate this, do that, etc., right, to push up the demand in the country economy. All right. So, of course, at the moment, it depends on which one comes first. So, as long as the stock market is being held up, this doesn't crash. All right. That means that, right, even though there's unemployment right now, but with more and more jobs coming out, likely they're doing that. So, it's actually playing a very, very big gamble, but they just want to make sure the stock market doesn't crash. As long as it doesn't happen, there's a way to repair this. So that's why now, even though there's very clear stagflation, but the market just shove it away and say, you know what, doesn't matter. As long as everything is cool, there's no need to worry. So that is what's happening right now in America. That's why the stock market is going up insanely on its own. That is the real reason, okay? So you got an idea now? Okay, huh? All right. So now the thing is this, okay? We know that Cathie Wood have been very bullish, right? Last month. And she says that Bitcoin is good for the planet. Okay, so it's totally against what Elon Musk is saying today. But it doesn't matter. Why I bring this article? Because if, ARKK is very into crypto bull. They bet on Bitcoin, they bet on Bitcoin-based shares and stuff like that, right? Okay, so why is that so? Now look at it. The high back then itself in February for this ARKK, all right, it was at $156 and closing at a high. And now today itself, right, it's about $112. So we're talking about nearly $40 off the high. So $40 off the high from $150 shares, about down 30%. So overall, it's still down 30%. Now, why do I bring in this ARKK into the picture? It's because of this. Because now there's a lot of people betting against ARKK. So there are at least 2,000 investment advisors, including a unit of Blackstone. They are all into this buying puts against the ARKK. All right. So they are saying that likely it could be a hedge. It could be an outright sell. We don't know. But end of the day is the amount of sell is heavy. So there's two sides I look at it. One is there could be a Reddit move up again. They can combine everything and push up ARKK shares, buy up the technology counters, and then let this put expire. But the problem is that ARKK have been buying a lot of these technology shares, right? Somehow or rather, it's much easier to short the technology shares than actually, buying it up. So that's the first thing. And you know what Michael Burry have been doing, right? He's been shorting across the board, especially the technology shares like Tesla. He also bought a lot of the bonds. Sorry, he's been shorting a lot of bonds because he expects the bond price to fall and the yields to go up. So this is something that I want to share with you guys as well, right? There are people doing this. So while you're buying ARKK as well, right, just take note as well. There's a lot of people outside against you. But of course, again, if you can be correct and you can be totally wrong. So just take note of that. At least I tell you information that you don't find in mainstream media. Now you can see now the VIX, right, came back down to 16 level once again. So which means that it's time for us to look for buying opportunity. Now, back then when I talked about 16, it went all the way to 28, 29, right? I did say that it may go to 35. But I did also mention to you, can take some profit first. And indeed, it really came down. So now back to 16 again. Is it a good time to buy VIX indicator? Well, to me, based on what I'm seeing right now, I think the answer is yes. So in my personal perspective, it's all right with the limit, with the stop loss, obviously, you can actually look at the buy into VIX right now here at 16 to look out for 22, 23 again. So obviously, if that doesn't happen, then likely the stock market may have to pull back a little bit. So I kind of suspect that the stock market may be limited to upside for the Dow Jones, especially the next 2-3 days, in my perspective, all right? All right, doesn't mean that I'm going to be a short seller, but at least I know that I can go slow on the buy side, okay? So that's what I'm trying to express to you guys over here. Okay, so that is VIX for you. And here we go. Now, why am I kind of concerned for VIX itself? Because of these 2 dates. You notice that on the 27th of January, that's the day whereby AMC and GME, both of them, all right, they hit the high, all right, on 27th of January, okay? So remember that, 27 January. Now you look at what happened on 27 January with our own indicator. You can see that, right? Before that, the market went up. Then before 27 January, the general market was coming down, but AMC, GME stock all going up because of Reddit. Then after that, the market was going up, right? With a BNB right here itself. And follow up the next few days, we have selling for about this. This is the hourly chart. Okay, it came down for about 3 to 4 days, where the Dow Jones came off almost 1,000 points just because of 4 days trading days. Okay, so if let's say history repeat itself with GMD and all these penny counters are so-called penny counter or dollar counters are going up, right? Now but the general market is not really following through, then maybe we should see some profit taking. All right, so the VIX indicator now at the bottom near 16, and then all these so-called retail counters running up in a crazy way, then maybe we are near the current level for a pullback. That means that there should be a healthy correctional pullback, so that we can buy back again later on. Okay, so that is my view here. That's why this morning I spent my time talking to you this about are we at the accumulation or distribution curve itself? Because I want to show you a chart right now, quick one. Okay, so you look at this is the Dow Jones chart of ours versus what you see over here itself. Now, do you see that we are now not really at this point here, but I kind of suspect it could be. So the point is this is the new BNB here. So if the Dow Jones can cross a BNB, then I think we get new all-time high on the way. Okay, I repeat myself, if the Dow Jones can cross the BNB, we should be on the way to new all-time high. Okay, but if the market fails to cross the BNB, and if the market drops below the BNB SL level, then maybe we are somewhere near here. Can you see that? Then maybe we are somewhere near here. Let me just show you here. We are somewhere near here. Okay, for where we are actually having it right now. Okay, so it kind of like looks a little bit, in my perspective, it looks a bit of identical, but again, I can be totally wrong because this could be just part of this whole running high here. It's possible. Okay, so that is one for this Dow Jones. But you look at Bitcoin, it'll be a little bit scary. Now, Bitcoin, what you can see over the chart here itself. Okay, you can see that. So Bitcoin went all the way up, Then after that, it pulls back. You can see that it pulls back all the way. And then it rebounds. And the rebound is something like this happening here. Then after that, this is the key support, which the market in this way lost it. And of course, usually after the key support is broken, the selling will be tremendous. So are we going to see this happening on Bitcoin? I kind of thinking that, right? Bitcoin, as long as it crosses 43,000, I still think Bitcoin itself still have this downside potential. All right, for Bitcoin. And of course, if Bitcoin goes down, then many technology counters will be hit, and it's not going to be nice. The only thing of Bitcoin is that the KSI is still green in color. That's why the market is still holding it right now. Okay, all right. So that is my view on the market distribution. And that will be all for this morning, guys. Thank you so much once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning MAO. And I wish you all the best. And I'll see you again later at 2 p.m. for our afternoon MAO. All right, guys. This is Kel signing off. Bye-bye. All right, for those who want to support us in AIMS, go and open an account with AIMS and trade with them, okay? Fun and trade. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir.